We are live for what is the one and only eliminator between the Mumbai Indians and the Gujarat Titans. This is what I was thinking about before going live. What do I introduce? Hi Yash, hi Shrikant. Epic match loading today. Epic match indeed. Interestingly, they are quite opposites in terms of how they've been going around in this tournament.
Jinxer God here.
Good game indeed. Let's wait for a couple more people. I don't think we'll have the crowd that we did yesterday for the pre-match or the post-match, just because RCB fan base,
It's
especially in
biggest.
the comment section.
Can Mumbai Indians and Gujarat fan base prove us wrong? Dwarka, what's up? We are good. How are you?
Damn, thank God you pronounced that name because I was going to butcher it. God bless. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about here if you're here for the first time or if you're watching this after the live has gotten over. We do a lot of segments, so we have matchups, we talk about the venue, we talk about the teams individually, how they've done in the tournament, how they've done in the last 5 games, and a lot of interesting statistical analysis.
True.
We will be here for an hour. Are you following the... Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that actually. So for those of you who don't know, there's hi Gokul. There may be 5 replacement in squad reportedly.
Whoa.
For the India A squad. But yeah, the India A versus England Lions match starts today, the practice match. Yashasvi Jaiswal got out playing audacious slog to a fast bowler. Very disappointing for an opening batter at the international level. Abhimanyu Ishwaran got out LBW. Sarfaraz Khan and Karun Nair is currently batting. I do want to say they are batting. They were batting after lunch. But yeah, they're 80 for 2 is what I want to say.
111 for
2.
two.
Lovely. 111 for 2. We'll check the individual scores straight away.
Karun 37 not out of 70 and Sarfaraz 29 not out of 52.
That's great. To be fair, out of all the 4 batters until lunch and even after a little bit, Karun Nair looked the most solid. He just looked in form. He just looked like he was settled already. Yashasvi Jaiswal looked a little bit out of sorts, but yeah, that's a lot about India A. Yeah, but it's an interesting thing. You guys should follow it. It's going to happen in the next couple of days. We have a good batting and a bowling lineup.
Yeah.
A good squad, a good match. But yes. Chahar and Tilak are reportedly to miss. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we will get into the scores too. We will talk about the replacements and everything. Shreyas, Gujarat defeating Captain. Oh, yeah, that's true. Captain Hardik Pandya. Absolute cinema indeed. If the Gujarat Titans win against the Mumbai Indians with Hardik Pandya being the Mumbai captain. Yeah. Hey, cricket with Mr. Costa is here.
Hey, what's up? Long time.
Hey, Rahul. It's great to see so many of you guys already. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button.
We know you haven't hit that like button. I can see only 4 likes. Come on, guys.
Oh, where do you see the likes? Oh, damn. Oh, okay.
Damn, now it's 26 of you and only 4 likes.
Yeah, so hit that like, help us push the live to a lot more people before 7:30 hits, because we will be here for the toss at 7 o'clock. Of course, we won't be covering it live. We'll go off for a bit, just look at the live, just look at the toss, get the team updates, and then come back and continue talking about everything else. Boys, probably 5 replacements for MI. Chahar and Tilak are reportedly to miss, and 2 overseas players are to be replaced. Correct.
True.
Hey, Srinath liked broskis. Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
We will talk about team combinations. We will talk about players missing out and everything. But before that, let's talk about the venue itself.
Now, it's the same venue as yesterday. The match is still in Mullanpur. Obviously, the pitch that's going to be used will be different. How different? I'm hoping, yeah. I don't think they'll have a used pitch being used. But above all of that, how differently that particular pitch will play is something that we'll find out possibly at the toss or around pitch report time. So you guys can also tell us. But yeah, if it's anything like yesterday's pitch, then I think Mumbai will want to ball first. Yeah, because let's be honest, for Gujarat Titans, only Prasidh Krishna. Mohammad Siraj might get a little bit of help from the pitch.
Yeah, that's true. He might come into play finally.
Yeah, he might finally come
yeah,
into
depends on the pitch, depends on the toss. We will see. Act gonna go maintenance for 30th from 0 to 5. I thought about Act Fiber going crazy here in Bangalore. Damn. Hey, you're from Bangalore. Alright, we will see what the pitch is like and then talk more about the pitch after the toss. But let's talk about the eliminators, how the teams have done in the eliminators. Mumbai Indians have not eliminators, but the qualifying round. So Mumbai Indians have qualified 20 times. They've won 13 matches out of those 20 times. Also, why they're 5-time winners of the IPL. They've lost 7 times. But interestingly, the last time they lost a qualifying match was against the Gujarat Titans in qualifying 2
in 2023.
in 2023. They lost to Gujarat Titans by 62 runs. The highest score in these rounds by Mumbai Indians is 202, so they have set a target of more than 200, and the lowest is 111. Again, in qualifying 2. So yeah, Mumbai Indians. It's no surprising that they've won more matches
Then lost. Yeah.
in these rounds because they've also won 5 times. But that's it for Mumbai Indians.
For Gujarat Titans, we all know this is a relatively new franchise and they've actually done well. They've consistently come in the top. Their record is also such with more wins than losses. They've played 5 games in the playoffs, won 3, lost 2. We do know the last time they were in the playoffs, they lost to the Chennai Super Kings in that 2024. Oh, sorry. Yeah, finals. 2024? 2023.
I don't know what you said.
Awesome, cool. Ashwin zoned out. But yeah, the fact of the matter is, the last time Gujarat faced off against the Mumbai Indians, Gujarat were the ones who emerged victorious, getting 233 in that game. So they will be taking confidence from that and their general record. They've been here, they've done it, they've won the IPL as well. And it looks, we'll get into the matchups and all of that. But yeah, both teams have done better in playoffs than worse.
Ishan Mishra, I open the stream and get hit with 2 ads. That's not on us. We have actually controlled the ads. If anything, we've reduced it. So
because now we run our own ads.
Which is what we're going to come to next. So couple of things we will talk about. The teams itself. I was going to say something though. When you talked about... Oh yeah, you know what I was thinking about? Yeah, I know today is the Gujarat and the Mumbai Indians. What a blockbuster of a final it'll be if it was Rohit Sharma versus a Virat Kohli. I was just thinking about that. Retired from Test, retired from T20s. It's the best thing IPL could have. I'm not saying it's going to be that way, but if it does. And I'm sorry, Ishan Mishra and a lot of you guys, because we are going to...
Hey, Nikhil's on the chat. Nikhil from the Mumbai podcast studio. Shout out to Nikhil.
Hey, appreciate that a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So the Jamima podcast that you guys have seen, I'm hoping you guys have seen, was in his studio. So hey guys, Nikhil from Mumbai Podcast Studio liked your video on West Indies cricket at Stanford tournament.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate that a lot. Damn, that is
nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's just
nice to see you on the chat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I apologize for this, but it's something we got to do, and something you guys should watch out for is the next ad. And then we'll get into the teams. Cricket fans, this is your moment. Introducing Play 11s, the ultimate cricket collectible experience. Mint unique digital cards daily, showcase your collection, and earn exclusive rewards. Visit play11s.com and start your collection today. Let's start getting into the teams and breaking things down. You're right. Shreyas, England 400.
Yeah.
An interesting fact.
England, West Indies.
England scored 400, which is the highest ODI score for a team without a singular 100 in the team.
True.
So, yeah, that's a fact before we talk
England's
about the
looking good.
Gujarat Titans.
Yeah. Coming to the Gujarat Titans, the first thing I have to address is the 2 players who are going to be going out, and that's Joss Butler and Kagiso Rabada. Rabada obviously was not there mid-season because he was out due to whatever happened. And since then, in the last 5 games, he actually did not play much. So I don't think that's going to be too much of an impact point.
He was banned, Praatibh.
Yeah, he was banned.
For drugs.
Yeah,
You
for
can
drugs.
say it.
Kids don't use drugs. But yeah, I mean, we all know what happened. And because of that, even in the last 5 games, Rabada balled all of just 6 overs. He played a couple of games. So I don't think they're losing out much there. As a replacement, however, Kusal Mendes comes in. He will very likely be keeping for them because he is a wicketkeeper bat. And coming to the batting itself, we all know who the key is going to be. It is going to be Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill at the top of the innings. In fact, something that's very interesting and something that a lot of people might have overlooked is that in all of the Gujarat Titans batting, none of their batters who've scored considerable amount of runs have a strike rate of below 150. So these guys are an absolute batting unit. Even if the top 2 struggle, even if one of them is there for the majority of the innings, they have enough support to come in. Having said that, Joss Butler not being there is something that is going to play on their minds. I mean, how much ever you say that, okay, Joss Butler is not there, but we still have a lot of replacements and backup and all of that. Psychologically, it is going to matter. Joss Butler is a big match player and he is not going to be featuring there. So that's on the batting. As for more specific stats, in the last 5 games, again, Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Joss Butler were the top 3. But also a few runs for Shah Rukh Khan, who had a half century, and Sharfin Rutherford also getting 38. So they do have a little bit of comfort there that the middle order bats have got a few runs. That is something that will hold them in good stead. Coming to the power plays itself, I want to say that Sai and Gill both strike at 150 plus. Okay, Sai strikes at 154, Gill strikes at 144. And honestly, I think that's good enough in an eliminator for them, especially on the pitch that is going to be there. If Mulanpur plays anything like it did yesterday, then they'll be more than happy to take that. That's on the batting bit. I'm going to try and follow the chat as well. They'll give me nightmares. Okay, we'll get to that. Guys, we'll also take questions from you all in the end, so watch out for that. Coming to the bowling, I think this is where the Gujarat Titans are really going to struggle, because even if Rabada was not doing well, and looking at their other bowlers, mainly it's been Prasidh Krishna, to some extent Siraj, and also Sai Kishore, who've done the major heavy lifting with the ball. In fact, I mean, Prasidh Krishna has been in contention for the purple cap. He's on 23 wickets. Apart from that, Sai Kishore's had a good season. He's got 17 wickets. Siraj with 15 wickets. But it's the economy rates that concern me more, especially in the last 5 games. Because, guys, I zoomed in too hard on my docs. But yeah, apart from Prasidh Krishna, who's gone at 8, everybody else in this lineup has mostly gone about 10. The only other bowler who's done well is actually Gerald Kodze, who's gone at 8.88. So he will want to make sure that he gets his A game. He's also someone who bowls relatively quick, which incidentally is something that Aswin might have in the matchups as to how the Mumbai batters fare against right arm fast. But apart from that, I think main concerns for Gujarat is how they're going to use their bowlers. One more thing, and this is just me probably being nitpicky, but Sai Kishore, there is a hesitance when it comes to using Sai Kishore, the left-arm orthodox bowler, against left-handed batters. And so, because Tilak Verma is not there today, there is no Ryan Rickelton as well. Sai Kishore has a good record against the likes of Surya Kumar Yadav and some of the others, which we will get to in matchups. But that is one thing that I'd like the Gujarat Titans to go ahead with, is to use Sai Kishore fully. And basically, that's it on the Gujarat Titans.
Let's then talk about the Mumbai Indians. I had muted myself, but then unmuted myself on time. So like Srikanth said, and a lot of you guys have been saying, there are a couple of players missing out for the Mumbai Indians, a couple of key players. The overseas that have gone back home is Will Jacks. He actually played the match yesterday against the West Indies for England. Ryan Rickelton has gone back, and Corbin Bosch has gone back as well. And the replacements are Johnny Bairstow, who's dropped from the England squad and is currently playing for the Mumbai Indians, who should also be playing in the 11. We'll talk about combinations in a bit. Asalanka and Richard Gleeson. For those of you guys who don't know Asalanka is, he's almost a like-to-like replacement for Will Jacks from the Sri Lankan team. And Richard Gleeson is a 37-year-old fast bowler from England who's come to India to play. He's played over 100 T20 matches around the world. He has an economy of 8, about 125 to 130 wickets, which means he's taken more wickets than matches that he's played, and an economy of 8 over 100 T20 games isn't all that bad. So the replacements that they have isn't the worst, except this is where we get into Mumbai Indians, the batters first. Let's talk about Mumbai Indians and the batting lineup. Before the break, before the week off, everything was clicking for them. Ryan Rickelton, Rohit Sharma was scoring runs. Surya Kumar Yadav, of course, I mean, he's broken the record of the highest scorer for the Mumbai Indians. He has scored 640 runs with an average of 71 and a strike rate of 167. It's a season to watch out for him, like a spectacular season. But after the break, no one's clicked apart from him, and that is quite concerning. So after the break, he scored 267 games in 5 matches with an average of 89 and a strike rate of 170. Great numbers, spectacular numbers, especially if you're batting number 3, number 4, and if you're outright the best batter in the team. Except apart from that, the second highest scorer of the Mumbai Indians in the last 5 matches has been Ryan Rickelton. And he happens to be missing. He's going back home. Someone like a Johnny Bairstow is replacing him as a T20 strike rate of about 120. And there's a reason why people didn't pick him in the auction. It was surprising to a lot of people, but the way he batted in the last couple of seasons, it shouldn't have been surprising. Which is also why, even though he might be an automatic replacement and will probably make it into the 11, it will be very interesting to see the way Johnny Bairstow goes about his batting. Because in the last 5 games, Tilak Verma has struggled quite a bit. Tilak Verma has averaged 10 with a strike rate of 95. And if you're batting in the top 4, you need a lot more than that from Tilak Verma. We saw him get out in the last game against the Punjab Kings. it was so tentative. And for a T20 batter like him, it was honestly heartbreaking to see. Except Tilak Verma may not even feature in the match because of an injury. And that's a whole other conversation altogether. But if he does play as an impact sub at least, then it is something to think about. And the third highest scorer in the last 5 games is Will Jacks. Again, someone missing from the team. So that is a big problem for the Mumbai Indians. The highest scorers in the last couple of games, majority of them are gone. And it's the same case with the bowling lineup. When we talk about the bowling lineup, it's interesting because the highest wicket taker has been Trent Bolt. Second highest Jasprit Bumrah, obviously. I have interesting stats about Bumrah. Just outright insanely goated stats about Bumrah. And then we have Hardik Pandya, Deepak Chahar. Of course, Deepak Chahar is the 4th highest runs wicket taker, so he might not be impressive. Except when you look at the power play, Deepak Chahar has been the highest wicket taker for the Mumbai Indians in the power play. And guess who's missing? Deepak Chahar. He might also not feature for the Mumbai Indians this game. So there's so much fear in the camp of Mumbai Indians in terms of will the replacements be ready to go. In the last 5 games, however, Bumrah has been the highest scorer with an economy of 4.7. With a 4.7 economy in the last 5 games with Bumrah. Interesting stat about Jasprit Bumrah here. For someone to take 10 wickets minimum in this IPL, Bumrah is the only bowler to have an economy of less than 7. For someone who missed out on so many games in the beginning and to still have this going on for him, I mean, we all know Bumrah is one of the greatest already, if not, one of the greatest, let's just stick to that, one of the greatest already. But like this IPL, the fact that he's coming after an injury and just on it from the get-go, it's only good to see. Hopefully, it continues not just for him, but for the Mumbai Indians and then the Indian team. But yeah, in the middle phase of the T20 innings, Hardik Pandya has been the highest wicket taker, although he's not gotten a lot of wickets or runs. The captain will need to step up this game. So then we come to team combinations, which is quite interesting. So if Deepak Chahar and Tilak Verma are injured, Deepak Chahar is almost confirmed that he's out. But if Tilak Verma cannot come in as an impact sub, then your 4 potential overseas, could be Johnny Bairstow, Trent Bolt, Asalanka and Santner with Karan Sharma as an impact player. I think Mumbai Indians haven't used Karan Sharma well and they need to make use of him. Mumbai Indians have enough bowling depth for Hardik Pandya to start off with a new ball, so they don't necessarily need someone as a replacement for a Deepak Chahar because Hardik Pandya can do the job. But if that doesn't happen, and if Tilak Verma is the impact sub and not Karan Sharma, then they go with Gleeson or Race Topley. Richard Gleeson is a surprising pick, but they might have seen something to pick him. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what the combination will be. It all depends if Tilak Verma can bat. I'm pretty sure he won't be taking the field, but if he can bat, the team combination will be surrounded with that. And if not, they then go with Asalanka and, like I said, Trent Bolt, Bairstow and Santner, because Santner will be important for the Mumbai Indians, especially because he's done well in the last couple of matches. Even before the break, he was doing well. Since the break, he's been doing all right. So yes, that's been the team roundup for both Mumbai Indians and
Gujarat Titans.
Yeah. Now, the only problem is I've lost the... Oh, we can come back to this race. So, we are here. So, we'll talk a bit before the toss. We do have matchups. So, this isn't the end. We do have matchups. There's a couple more things to talk about. But yeah, we'll wait for the toss just to see what happens, what the combinations like, what the pitch is like, and only then the matchups would make sense. All right. We'll take a couple of questions or discuss about a few things. Shreyas, who do you think can stop its fully balanced RCB, PBKS or MI? Who do you think can stop the fully balanced RCB? Punjab or the Mumbai Indians? Wow, you just take out Gujarat Titans.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, Gujarat Titans may not be balanced, but you never know.
I think purely for big match experience, I want to say Mumbai has a good chance of stopping
all
RCB.
The bases covered for them.
Yeah.
Spinners, the fast bowlers, the opening bowlers. The only thing that the RCB team triumphs way above the Mumbai Indians is their opening partnership with the bat.
Just the bat overall.
Yeah, just the bat overall. Because currently only Suryakumar Yadav is holding fort.
Actually, very interesting stat that you're looking at. How Mumbai Indians has been the worst batting team this IPL, and Gujarat Titans have been the worst bowling team this IPL. So
batting team in terms of the
run rate, and same for
Gujarat
bowling
Titans,
team.
The amount of runs conceded per over. Any comments on speed variation of Mitchell Santner?
Yes, that's something he's spoken about. I want to say mid-tournament in a post-match interview where he talked about how he's finally grasped the pace to ball at. But this was at the Wankhede. This is at Mullanpur. We did see Surya Sharma get a little bit of turn, not that much for Krunal Pandya. So it will be interesting to see how Santner operates. He does have that really slow one that he balls at like 75, 80, and then he has the one that he balls at 90, 95 as well. That's something that will come into the picture, obviously.
True.
So yeah.
Boys, do you expect another one-sided match? Honestly, not just because their strengths go against each other.
Yeah,
So like Mumbai's strength is the bowling lineup. Nice. And Gujarat Titans' strength is the batting lineup. So the fact that their strengths go against each other, I think it should be a tight contest. Hopefully, for the sake of a cricket match, it is a tight contest. Also, Anikesh asks, is Kushal good enough? Kushal Mendes for the IPL?
Dude, yeah, I think there is this conception that Sri Lankan players might not be good enough, but they're all international cricketers. So yeah, I want to say he's good enough, but only time will tell. Obviously, we've seen Kamindu Mendes come and do well for SRH. Obviously, Patirana does well. So there are a few players who have come in who have done well. So there's no reason why he shouldn't.
True.
Yeah.
Like Srikanth said, Hardik needs to bowl today. Yeah, he will need to bowl a lot more today. I won't be surprised if he takes the new ball if Chahar is not playing. It's almost confirmed that he's not playing unless there is a surprise.
There is actually another reason why Hardik should take the new ball today, but we'll get to that in matchups.
Damn. Interesting stat by Shreyas. Bhuvi, Mayank, Phil Salt, Surya Sharma played last year's IPL final as well, who are in the playing 11. Interesting. I did not know that. Ahmedabad might favour Mumbai if they qualify for the finals. True, if they qualify. Mumbai Indians will not only have to win against the Gujarat Titans today, they will need to win against the Punjab Kings on Sunday, which in itself is a difficult game. And then the RCB in the final. Kamindu Mendes, come and do well. I think.
Nice one.
With Chahar missing, you need him to initial stages, feel this pitch, plays well for Hardik. Yeah, I mean, if it's the pitch like yesterday, if it's the pitch like yesterday, Hardik will do well. Yeah. I mean, he's someone who can swing the ball, hits the deck, he does everything.
Plus, if it seems of the kind of length he balls, he's coming into the picture.
Back of a length kind of bowler.
Yeah.
We will wait for a couple of minutes before we talk about. I mean, we'll first wait for the toss and then talk about interesting matchups. But we just want to make sure we get the playing 11s on the pitch, right? Because that is important before we talk about what we will do. Do you think Mumbai can clutch? 100%.
Mumbai's been clutching from the second half, to be honest. They shouldn't have even been here.
Yeah. I mean, in the last 5 games, they've only lost 2. Yeah. Interestingly, in all last 5 games, they've only batted first.
Yeah, that's...
So the toss will be very crucial.
Gujarat Titans, on the other hand, they've chased 4 times in the last 5 games.
Yeah, so
1-2, lost 2. So
if I was the Mumbai Indians, if I have won 3 out of 2 batting first, would I want to chase is the question. But yesterday, to be fair, you'd want to chase. The whole idea of if in a T20 game, I'd want to bat first under pressure. I think if you have a team like an RCB, for example, who can chase well, I think Mumbai Indians can chase well. I think they'd rather chase than bat first, but I don't know what they think. Hi, who replaces Butler?
Kusal Mendes.
Hi, Vaishak. GT middle order needs to fire, but I don't have high hopes for. Oh yeah, so we did this yesterday. Let's do this today. Let us know if you're a Mumbai Indians fan or if you're supporting Mumbai Indians today or the Gujarat Titans. Yesterday our comment section was filled with RCB fans, except for the 2-3 Punjab Kings fans. I mean, good on them, because after the match they've had, they wouldn't want to be highlighted.
Yeah, fair. And also, guys, whoever's just joined in, definitely like the stream so that we can push it out to more people.
True. We will, a reminder by the way, we will be back post-match as well. Regardless of when the match gets over, we will talk about the teams. One team will certainly be out by the end of this match. So, the first team to be eliminated in the qualifying rounds. I'm betting a lot on GT based on history. Interesting.
It's interesting that you say history, because Mumbai Indians has so much more history and they've also done well. So, curious to know what the angle is there.
Rutherford has less than 100 strike rate and outside of 6 stump wide Yorker deliveries as of last Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans. Damn, interesting.
I remember, I think it was Aswin who also made a reel on Rutherford struggling against that because he was trying to
Where
Heave
Vijay
it
Kumar
over.
Vaishak was bowling. I think it was against the Punjab. Of course, it was against Punjab Kings. But yeah. So yes, 4 more minutes before the toss. There's a lot to think about if you're the man. If you're from each team. Any thoughts on Prasidh Krishna's recent form?
Dude, so we were discussing about this and we want to know if he's changed something technically with his action or if it's just that
Line and length.
could be similar to Ishant Sharma. If you guys haven't checked that video out, beautiful video by Aswin. So check it out. But yeah, something to do with the line and length. Maybe he's just become a lot fuller. It's something we unfortunately don't have because we don't have the ball by ball data to work with. So if anyone's sponsoring ball by ball data, happy to work with it. But yeah, something we might cover in a video.
Oh, Srikanth's historical data is that GT has won against Mumbai Indians since Hardik Pandya became the captain of the Mumbai Indians, which is fair.
Fair.
Which I think is a fair data. I mean, we talk a lot about data. That is something. Guys, one doubt: how does Suyash even aim the ball? Because of his head falling across. That's fine. That's like saying how does Malinga aim the ball? Just a lot of practice. Once you get used to the action, you know what to do to release the ball where, for it to pitch where. And it's just that. The simple answer is just practice. But yes, I was saying a lot to think about. Are you guys Tamil based? No.
Nope.
Who do you think will win today? We'll tell you that after the toss. Anything like I told you so segment like yesterday, Iyer versus Hazelwood. Oh, interesting. Do we have a told you so?
We will do that after matchups because
we'll wait for the toss and then we'll talk about it. Who do you think will win today? Brother, we will answer it.
Or sister.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, Himesh.
Oh.
It could be anyone. But we will answer this. Let the toss get over. We'll talk about predictions and all of that. We also have matchups. We also have stats.
We will make a prediction after the toss. At least I will. I know he won't, but...
Math. Which team has the best advantage of Ahmedabad, RCB or MI if MI come to the finals? Let MI come to the finals. I think it's still a long way to go for the Mumbai Indians. They have to win this match.
2 games they have to win.
Yeah, true. I'm going to bet all my money on Mumbai. Gokul man. If Mumbai loses... Super chat all your money. Is what I'd say. Vidwan Insan, I think if Sai and Gill do well today, kudos to the technique. You know, interestingly, I would... Hey Pranav, we back. Hey. Hi Pranav.
What's up?
Interestingly, if I would want, if I was Mumbai Indians, I would want Gujarat Titans to bat first. Just because they don't know what to set. And I feel like Sai Sudarshan, because he's still young and Shubman Gill is a young captain, and then you have a bit of inexperience in the middle, and this is just a hypothetical situation, that they might just struggle a little bit under pressure. Except for the fact that, like, not except, but on the other side, if they know the target, I feel like they'll be comfortable with it. Especially Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill, they wouldn't have to be more attacking and less attacking. So if I was Mumbai Indians and if I win the toss, I know the last 5 games I've batted first, but I would want to bowl first this time. That's just me. What's wrong with Babar Azam?
Toes. Jared came a video.
Oh yeah, there is a hole, MI has no West Indies players. That's why, Nikhil. That's why Gujarat Titans have fair. Do you think Robin Mins is going to play in the 12? I don't think so.
Don't think so. Because when you have Johnny Bairstow coming in, why would you want... Because the only reason you're playing Robin Mins is because you need a keeper.
Yeah.
Because although he is an explosive batsman, he hasn't been able to show it in the IPL. So I would back the experience.
So that's a minute to go.
Oh yeah.
Until the toss. We will come back after the toss and continue a lot more. So join us back. We have matches. We have a lot more to talk about after the toss.
Stay here. Yeah.
Stay tuned. We are back. My God. Very interesting toss that. So, first of all, Mumbai Indians win the toss and bat first. I said if I was Mumbai Indians, I would want to bowl first. That didn't come out right. The changes weren't quite surprising, but there was a surprise pick with.
Raj Bawa.
Ah,
Raj
I forgot
Angad
his
Bawa.
name already. He is an all-rounder who bowls quick and he's a right-handed bowler, but bats left-handed. So he is an all-rounder playing his first match and I think making his IPL debut. Johnny Bairstow does come in. No, I mean it was very, very obvious that he was going to come in.
Yeah.
And they go with Richard Gleeson, not Ray Stopley, who's already in the squad. So Richard Gleeson, a 37-year-old,
Also makes debut.
also making his debut. So a very, very interesting squad for the Mumbai Indians. To be fair, Richard Gleeson does, we talked about, he does have a good record. Played over 100 T20s around the world, has over 120 wickets with an economy of just 8. With the stats, you wouldn't care that he's a 37-year-old. He's done the job. So that's for the Mumbai Indians. And what about the Gujarat Titans?
Gujarat Titans also have a couple of changes. I've completely zoned out. But Kusal Mendes, as we'd spoken about, Washington Sundar comes in place of Arshad Khan. Very interesting change. Which brings us to the pitch, and why that possible change would have been made is the pitch does not have as much grass as yesterday, is what Hardik said. Which means it's very likely that it's going to be a bit of a belter to bat on. Hopefully for them, there might not be as much seam movement as we saw in last night's game. But more importantly, I think the spinners might come into the picture a bit more. And so Washi coming in makes complete sense. If their reading of the pitch is correct, time will tell, of course. But I still do think that Gujarat, with the fact that their bowling lineup has been the worst in this tournament, are lucky to be bowling first. Lucky to be bowling first, because whatever little bit is there in the pitch, Gujarat is going to get that help. And they're not going to have to worry possibly about dew.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There was nothing said about Tilak Verma though.
That means he is there.
Yeah, which is interesting. Or unless he's come in for Tilak Verma.
Yeah.
But then Will Jacks misses out. I really want to see the squad. Then I also want to see who the impact subs are. Until we talk about all of that, boys, TGC had to remove all current IPL videos because they have a sponsor and use the brand name IPL. Do you guys have the same concerns? Oh, interesting. We really didn't think that far. I don't think BCCI cares enough about us. It's the fact that they were making a lot more money and being famous, and BCCI, they don't like that because BCCI is BCCI. They are into monopoly. As you can see, how they run world cricket is just that. So if they do it, they do it. Vedang, hey guys, I joined late today. That's absolutely fine. So before we talk about the playing 11s and impact subs, let that get updated because we're not in the stadium, evidently. Let's talk about matchups. And here we are. Let's talk about matchups. I think this is a very interesting game because up until now, the Gujarat I'm talking about the Mumbai Indians. Up until now, the Mumbai Indians, amongst the 4 qualifying teams, have had the worst run rate as a batting unit. And that is very reflective in their batting form as well. Because apart from Suryakumar Yadav and Ryan Rickelton, who's now missing, there's no one really scoring a lot of runs. Tilak Verma did score enough runs, but just has a strike rate of 130. Will Jacks scored enough runs, had a strike rate of 130. No one really has a high strike rate apart from Namandhir and Suryakumar Yadav. Yeah. Both of them have a strike rate of more than 170 in fact. So apart from these two guys, no one's striking heavily. And if this happens to be a belter, and then people will need to step it up and strike well. And as a bowling unit, Mumbai Indians have had the best in terms of economy rate, and that is no surprise. Conceding the least amount of runs with the ball, Mumbai Indians, because they have someone like a Jasprit Bumrah, who's by far been one of the best bowlers, if not the best bowlers in terms of economy rates in this IPL. He has been the best, not even one of the best. He's best by far in this IPL in terms of economy rates. But yeah, something very interesting is, you'll talk about Sai Sudarshan versus right-arm fast bowlers, but I'll talk about Suryakumar Yadav and how he struggled against left-arm pacers. Just left-arm anything, to be honest. Anything left-arm in the middle phase, he has struggled. And I say middle phase specially because Suryakumar Yadav has been the highest scorer amongst these two teams in the middle phase. And the Gujarat Titans have a bowler in the name of Sai Kishore. And so if Shubman Gill is smart enough, the second Suryakumar Yadav comes into bat, regardless of what time of the day it is, regardless of which over it is, I would bring on Sai Kishore to have a ball. And that's a few matchups for the Mumbai Indians and something to think about. Because Suryakumar Yadav being the best batter for the Mumbai Indians, Sai Kishore being one of the best spinners in this tournament, it will be a matchup to watch out for.
Now, coming to a few more matchups that are not particularly Gujarat Titans oriented, but something that Ashwin's already touched upon is Sai Kishore versus Suryakumar Yadav. But a couple of more stats I want to read out is Hardik Pandya, who very likely might take the new ball. Despite the fact that Raj Baba's come in, I think Pandya should take the new ball simply because he's got Gill out in the IPL 4 times in just 23 deliveries and he's only given away 19 runs. Which means that Gill definitely has struggled against Pandya. And we know that these two at the top of the innings for Gujarat Titans have done so well. And you get in that early breakthrough, you put in Kusal Mendes or possibly Rutherford. I don't know who's going to come in at number 3. But you're exposing that Gujarat Titans order that has been so reliant on their top order batters. So that's one thing. We have a stat on Mendes also, in fact. Mendes has struggled against Smith Sander in T20 cricket. 4 dismissals in 39 balls. He's only gotten 34 runs.
Oh, wow.
So that comes into the picture once again. What else have we?
Siraj versus Rohit Sharma, someone said in the chat.
Ooh,
it should be interesting.
that should be a good one.
Yeah, Pranav and I has talked about that. Yeah. I mean, Rohit Sharma against any new ball bowler.
That moves the ball a bit.
No, new ball bowler.
The outs. No, nothing guys. Like, please don't. But yeah, talking about Surya Kumar Yadav in the middle overs, Ashwin already touched upon the fact that he's a beast in the middle overs. What Gill will not want to do is use Rashid Khan against Surya Kumar Yadav because that matchup is 117 runs that Surya Kumar Yadav has scored in just 77 deliveries against Rashid Khan. And against Hardik, however, 32 runs in 44 balls, he's been dismissed twice. So Hardik Pandya is going to be a big clutch player today. He's done well against these batters. And yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And yes, Akshay Krishnan Siraj is in the test squad. Something will be interesting to watch out for is Trent Bolt versus Shubman Gill. I mean, it hasn't been a thing in this IPL, but if it's going to swing as much as yesterday and with the ball coming in, it might just test the test captain's technique, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And so it will be something interesting to watch out for. Sky holding this batting lineup together. Yeah, and I think Srikanth's the one who said with the law of averages, Suryakumar Yadav just might not show up today, but that's when the other guys need to step up. I feel like, Suryakumar Yadav can score how many ever runs, but in the match against the Punjab Kings, it was very evident that if other batters don't contribute, how much can Suryakumar Yadav even do? So, Rohit Sharma will need to step up. This is his time. Under pressure, nothing to lose. It's his last T20 game for the year. He's not going to play test cricket. There's only 9 ODIs before the 27 World Cup or around 9.
Yeah.
He's going to have a long break. So might as well put in a little more effort in this match. I don't dislike Rohit Sharma, by the way. These are just jokes. Gujarat Titans playing with 3 spinners, whereas Mumbai Indians playing with only 1 spinner. That reminds me. Let's talk about...
Karan Sharma will very likely come in.
So Mumbai Indians, they're playing 11. Rohit Sharma, Johnny Bairstow. Tilak Verma is in the squad. So all the thing that I said about him being injured. So the squad would have revolved around if Tilak Verma is available to play. I don't think he'll be taking the field though. But right, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Naman Dheer, Hardik Pandya. Looks like a good batting lineup. Raj Bhava, Mitchell, Sandner, Trent Bolt, Jasprit Bumrah, Richard Gleeson. And, oh wow, Karan Sharma is not even in the impact sub. Krishnan Srijit, Raghu Sharma, Robin Mins, Ashwani Kumar and Reece Topley. That is very interesting.
That's the 11.
No, that's the impact sub.
Wait, who are the impact subs again? I zoned out.
Krishnan Srijit, Raghu Sharma, Robin Mins, Ashwani Kumar, Reece Topley. Yeah, they are basically just playing with 1 spinner, which is
Damn.
insane. Alright, let's talk about the Gujarat Titans. So Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Kushal Mendes, Shah Rukh Khan, Washington Sundar. I think Washington Sundar is brought in to solidify the middle order, if anything, because of how much I think. Yeah, I know my voice is stuck echoing. I apologize for that. It's a thing that we have going on. We'll fix it soon. But right, Washington Sundar, Rahul Tewatia, Rashid Khan, Sai Kishore, Gerard Court, C.A., Siraj, Prasidh Krishna. The impact subs, Rutherford, who should probably come in, Anuj Rawat, Mahipal Nomro, Jayant Yadav, and Harshad Khan. Yeah. Oh, Mumbai Indians really surprises me. you're relying on Mitchell Sandner as your only spinner, and you have Hardik Pandya who can bowl quick, Raj Bhava who can bowl quick, Trent Bolt who bowls quick, Bumrah who bowls quick. So that's 4. Unless you think Tilak Verma is going to bowl.
I don't think they should bowl Tilak Verma straight away in an eliminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Rashid should bowl well today. We'll see if that happens. He's not had a particularly great tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very interesting. It seems to be the case where Mumbai has read this as a good pitch to bat on and nothing more.
Yeah.
And possibly something that might aid the Pacers a bit. And for Gujarat, it seems to be the opposite. It feels like they think that it's going to spin a lot more, which is why they're playing 3 spinners.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Both the teams thinking very, very differently. Rohit's gonna bowl. Low sound because have you muted yourself, my friend?
Yeah. We fixed it, guys. Oh my god. 2 out of 2 lives, we've done it.
See, the problem here is the mute button is on the mic. So once you mute it, you can easily forget it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else that shows that you're muted except for you guys telling us.
And because there's an echo, so I've muted myself so that the echo goes away briefly.
For people who have done lives for a while now, we're still figuring it out. But yeah, we apologize. Yes, low sound. We fixed the low sound.
But yeah.
But these are 2 teams who have thought completely different about the pitch.
Yeah.
Which makes the whole match quite interesting. I still don't think Mumbai Indians should have batted first, but I might be proven completely wrong depending on how the pitch plays out and how the match plays out. But I think Mumbai Indians should have bowled first because Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill, if they just settle in, they can almost reach out to any target. Unless Mumbai Indians set a target of more than 5,000, which with the form the batters are in, I don't
It's
think.
not happening. Yeah.
So, who is Aswin? Oh, me. Me is Aswin. Sorry, I missed the toss topic. Just a brief on toss selection by Hardik taking batting. Are you asking us to brief on why Hardik chose to bat? Or are you telling us? Are we getting no mute live before
Hey, GTA 6 trailer's out. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Hope I will see some umpire controversy today.
Ooh.
Red Vasu, the law of averages doesn't imply short-term correction past
Poor performances.
doesn't increase the statistical likelihood of improved outcomes without a change in underlying conditions. God damn.
Thanks, Vasu. Thanks for that. Thanks for explaining how law of averages
Mumbai
works.
wants to go home. They're eager. Hardik chose to bat because if it was a different pitch and he feels it's okay to bat first. Yeah, I think it's okay to bat first. Like we talked about, Mumbai Indians have batted first for 5 times in the last 5 matches. Won 3, lost 2. So I don't think batting first is the problem. I just think the oppositions they're playing against is the problem. I think Gujarat Titans would have liked to chase. I don't know what Shubman Gill actually said. What he would have done. If
That's exactly what he said. Like, they're confident of being able to chase down whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially because I think it really has come down to the pitch, and that's what we're going to see play out. Is the interpretation of the teams, of the pitches by the different teams.
Yeah. All right, we will take a break. That will be the length of the match because we will come back for first match.
We'll have dinner. You can have dinner, breakfast, whatever you want.
Yeah, and we'll talk about how this plays out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting match to say the least, just because of how these 2 teams have interpreted the pitch, how they're going to go about their playing, and the fact that it's Hardik Pandya versus the Gujarat Titans. And if Mumbai Indians or Gujarat Titans, whoever, go on to win, or whoever loses, that team is officially out of the IPL, and this is the only chance that they get.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Why does Aswin hate Rohit Sharma? I don't hate Rohit Sharma. Jokes. It's a joke.
Was just a
Which
question.
I mean-
I've been awful this season, so why not replace
Damn.
him?
How is it that when we're going to leave, the chat just suddenly starts flooding with stuff? Who do you think? Oh yeah, all right. We perform. Let's PP
Prediction.
Let's take Praatibh's predictions.
Dude, this is one of the tougher predictions I had to make. Yesterday I predicted correctly. I said RCB 55, Punjab 45. That's what happened. RCB did win.
Let's talk about Mumbai
Today.
and Titans. It's just because of the lineup and the pitch.
I want to say because of the crazy change in Mumbai Indians' 11 and their impact subs and possibly their reading of the pitch, I'm going to say Gujarat Titans are favorites here. I'm going to say 60-40 in favor of Gujarat.
God damn, that's the prediction. You guys have heard it here first. Thank you so much for watching. We will join you guys post-match. So join us. We'll talk a lot about the team that loses, the team that wins, and potentially playing the Punjab Kings. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.